Recording. Hello, everyone. Good morning. I am so excited to be here to do the How to Lead program for half an hour. And I'm going to share our screen here. Let's see if we get it. Hopefully we do. There we go. So we've got our screen up here, our PowerPoint, which Ben Woodward put together for us so beautifully. So I was delighted about that. And I love this topic. This is just one of my, I love all the topics in Nikken. And I wouldn't do Nikken if I didn't adore everything about what we do. But this topic of how to lead, I think, is such an important topic. And I just want to start with, I love that little visual there with the light just being bright and beaming and kind of, it's going to connect with all those other bulbs and switch them on. And I think that's a perfect example of leadership. That's really what we do, is we lead by example, and we help the world to kind of switch on to what we have here. And, before I go further, I just want to say, I just came back from California, from San Francisco, and we had our amazing Team Kaizen, Team Tai Chi getaway. And the company just treated us so fabulously. And I just want to say to all of you that the Team Kaizen program and the Team Tai Chi program are really important programs for our year. So jump on board with those and win your Team Kaizen. Next year, they're going somewhere very exciting. Not that San Francisco wasn't exciting for us, because it was, but it's going to be absolutely spectacular next year. So I want you to win. And the reason is because it's showing your leadership and it's going to build your business. And it's what the company is asking us to do. One of the main things, aside from the entrepreneur program, is that the company is asking us to follow the Team Kaizen lead, the 500 PV, and more, 1500 PV and so forth. And so really take that seriously, that Team Kaizen program, and join us next year. We want to have a lot more people joining us because we had a blast. We just had the best time. We were taken to the most fabulous restaurants and trips out into the Bay of San Francisco and trips all around the city, and it was just amazing. So, leading by example is doing the things that we are asked to do. And even though we're entrepreneurs, we get to choose ourselves, we want to go with the guidelines of the company and really achieve. And of course, to do the Team Kaizen program, you are achieving by going gold, breaking your 3 silvers, or if you're already a gold, breaking your next 3 and going platinum. Or if you're a platinum and you want to have more silvers, then you're building your business that way. So just trust that and then just enjoy it. So we really did have a brilliant time. I don't know why I'm getting these little feedback things on here. So I wanted you to know that it was such an important event. And now we have Orlando, and that's another thing. When you're leading your team, we are required really to go to those big events. Those big events are just critical. They are so important. You never know what's going to happen at a big event. And so, whether you like Orlando or don't like Orlando, or like the hotel or don't like the hotel, these things are not important. What's important is that we're together and we're learning together. And this new one in Orlando is going to be really hugely important because we have a lot more on the technologies. We're a lot more teaching, a lot more on the technologies. And I'm thrilled about that because the whole focus on retail now is showing that, these products are what make us so excited about this business. And so if you're a leader and you want to decide to be a leader from the day you become a wellness consultant, you need to be at those big events for you, to get you up to speed, to be part of the group, and to bring your people as well. These things there's not a lot of non-negotiables, but there are a few. And events like Orlando are a non-negotiable. We have 2 big events in the year. We have San Antonio in October. We have, interesting. Okay. We have people are coming on and they're not even dressed yet. So we need to get dressed if you're going to get on video. That's funny. So I'm glad it wasn't me. So anyway, we are very excited about Orlando. So I just got back from San Francisco, going to Orlando tomorrow. Thrilled to be with everyone. We're doing major teachings on magnetics and far infrared and negative ions and all the things we get so excited about with Nikken. And I have to tell you, there's a fabulous gentleman right now. Get on Facebook and watch some of the truth about cancer. These videos are out there. They're shortly lived unless you buy them. I just bought them this morning because they're so good. And number 7 on there, number 7 is all about, it's so exciting. Ty, I forget his surname, but Ty is the guy who's putting it together, Bullinger. And this number 7, you have to watch it today because it's all about electromagnetic fields and magnetism, pulse magnetic fields and so forth, water, nutrition, of course. They've had some on mushrooms, especially reishi mushroom, which we have in our immunity complex. Everything they're talking about, we do. Nikken does. And it's so terribly exciting. We have something very, very important to share with the world. And we're the only company that's fully holistic in its nature with all these aspects. So, and they talked about light as well. Of course, we have far infrared and we have the full spectrum light. So everything they were talking about in this number 7 of these ones, I haven't been able to see them all, were all about everything we do. And I was just so excited. Like, finally, the truth is getting out about how to stay healthy. And that's our work. That's what we lead in, is how to stay healthy and how to build a business helping other people stay healthy. It's not complicated. Our business is not complicated. It's so simple, but it does take being very proactive. So let's take a look at these slides here. We lead by example. If it's going to be, it's up to me. This is the number 1 thing to understand. If you're going to be successful, if it's up to me, if it's going to be, it's up to me. Be proactive, be highly proactive. Leadership requires you're out in front. Lead with your own activity. Don't wait for other people to do things. Do it yourself. Let your conduct be your teacher. Your words are empowered by who you are and what you do. Without them, they are just empty words. So this is like an example of if people say, you know, I'm going to win an award or whatever, but they're not coming to the big events, you have to really hear that and choose where you're going to put your time, because your time is valuable and you want to put it in the right places. And first of all, you need to be there so that you can then bring your other people to the events. Be goal-oriented. Your goals should be focused on helping your team achieve theirs. This is a paradox. You have your own goals and you help them achieve theirs, because you can't get yours unless you help them achieve theirs, but yet you have to have your own goals really, really clear in your mind and practice that every day with your imagination. Imagination is your tool here. We're learning how to manifest our dreams. This is what we teach in Nikken. So you're always putting it out there, your next step, and visualizing it every single day. We'll talk more about that in a bit. A leader must think bigger than themselves. Leadership is always about the people you serve and never about yourself and your own agenda. This is what I loved about the truth about cancer with Ty doing it. He's just all about service to others. And that's what we are in Nikken. We're all about service to the people that don't know what we have. You know, we get to sleep in our sleep system every night. We get to drink our fabulous Nikken Pymag water. We get to, breathe the air every day and take all our fabulous nutritionals and skincare. But nobody else knows about what we have. And our job is to always be thinking about everyone else that doesn't yet know about Nikken and what we have to offer. So it's always service-oriented. Show versus tell. People will learn more from what you do than from what you say. So, that is so true. It's not about just saying things. It's about doing it. It's really about being invested in the doing, in the action. Inspired action will take you all the way to the top. Let's see, and people will learn from what you do, from what you do for good or bad. That is true. So if you're not doing it, they're not going to do it. They're going to duplicate your good things and your bad things. Always remember how much people observe you, even when you don't expect it. Communicate your vision. This is terribly important with leadership, is learning how to communicate your vision. Where there is no vision, the people perish. You must see with your mind's eye what people have not yet achieved, but will when they follow your example and stay true to the goals and plans in place. So, we're vision keepers for ourselves, but for each other. So when you have somebody who says, I'm going gold, you want to build that vision in yourself for them. So they're using their imagination to create, and then they're in action. And you are using your imagination to see them being successful as well. This is a very rare thing in our world, is to be vision keepers for each other. And it's a very, very powerful thing to do. Now, they have to step up and do the actions required. Go to the big events, be in Orlando, do those things so that they're serious. Otherwise, you may need to find other leaders to really work with. Now, lead with love. Charity never faileth. Love is the center of our universe. Love is everything. Love is what makes the world go round. And your love and your warmth and your respect for others will speak volumes. The love and respect, these two essential qualities, are great motivators. Express them sincerely, appropriately, and in abundance. And we do love our teams. We are an amazing team in Nikken. We all love crossline as well as upline, as well as downline, as well as corporate. We're so blessed to have amazing people that join Nikken. Amazing, amazing people. Very switched on people who are full of energy and excitement. So show your love and respect. I love this picture of the beautiful big lion with a little baby cub. And I call him Aslan, and he's fabulous. And he's just watching out for that little one there, making sure he's not going to do anything crazy, and teach him all the steps along the way. So that's what we do. It's so beautiful. Build belief in others. Often the starting point for change is knowing that someone else believes you can. That's a very important thing. Often people grow up with families that don't believe in them, and it's hard. And so in our business, choosing to believe in another and seeing them step up more and more and grow and blossom is a very exciting thing that we do. So treat people not as they are, but as what they may become. What a beautiful concept. What a beautiful concept. And that sometimes takes discipline, because we're all growing and we're all learning. And it's sometimes easy to see what isn't working for somebody. It's also the same for yourself. It's easy to see what it's easy to criticize yourself. It doesn't help, though. It helps to see yourself as you want to be in your best self, and to do the same with others. This takes practice. This takes practice to see people not as they are, but as what they may become, and you yourself as well. Because we're all going to make mistakes along the way, and that's okay. That we're human, but we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And we're learning as we go. We learn what works, and we learn what doesn't work. And so, cut people some slack. Make sure they're stepping up to the key things, the things like Team Kaizen, things like really focused, big events. Those things are key and critical. But, we're all going to stumble as we stumble our way to success. We fail on our way to success, and that's okay. That is how it works. So use the model for success. Nikken has provided a system for achievement. Don't reinvent the wheel. Put your shoulder to it and watch it turn. This is really important. Don't get sidetracked on too many other things. We have great models. We have, the New Entrepreneur Program, which I love. I'm super excited about that. You can use any A. You need to find 3 seniors. You have the time frame to do it. You can do it with 10 people. You don't have to have your 21, if you don't get them all. And it's a great model. Team Kaizen is a fabulous model. At least 500 of qualifying PV every month is a critical piece of that, but then breaking 3 silvers, building 3 silvers. Fantastic. Team Tai Chi, for those who are diamonds and above, is mentoring people to achieve the Team Kaizen. How exciting is that? That's fantastic. Celebrate success. We should be our team's greatest champions and cheerleaders. Inspire people, encourage them, persuade, correct when necessary, instruct, teach, mentor, love, care, and nurture. What a family. What a privilege we have in Nikken to do these things. So I just love our business. I love our products. I love our business. Now, let's have a look at this one. Lead with confidence. Well, first we're all looking at the girl. So she's wonderful. And the word is impossible, and she's crossed out the I am part. So it's possible. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. And I love that. And I know that Audrey Hepburn always said, you know, she broke the word impossible up into 2 words and said, I am possible. I'm possible. So leading with confidence. This is very important for all of us, and especially for women. Women tend to lack a little in confidence and not step forward fully. And we are 75% women in NECAN. So we want to help the women to be confident, to know that they can do this. This is not so hard to do. It's about loving people, nurturing them, teaching them, and educating, lifting people up, inspiring them, and empowering. That's really what we do. Inspire and empower ourselves and others. Don't forget yourself in that mix. You can't give someone something you haven't got any more than you can go back to someplace you've never been. So you can't give somebody else confidence. You can guide them, but really it's your own example that's going to teach them what they really need to learn here. So starting with you, I cannot govern others when I cannot govern myself. By building your own self-confidence, you will discover the ways to help others build theirs. And I think this is so important. And in our business, a lot of it is learning how to govern ourselves, particularly emotionally governing ourselves, choosing to feel joy, choosing to feel anticipation and excitement, choosing to see ourselves succeeding with others along the way. This takes discipline because, you know, it's actually easier to get depressed, to get anxious. It's actually a spiral down, and it takes less effort to spiral down. It takes actually more effort to be joyful and commit to being loving and joyful and real and peaceful in your heart. That actually takes, it's funny, isn't it? Why is that? And yet it is so. Why? Because 97% of people out there in the world are trading time for money, you know, working jobs they hate. It's easy for them to pull you down. It's easy for the world to pull you down. And that's why we say things like, you know, don't watch the depressing news. You know, turn off the TV, read inspiring books, you know, cultivate a great attitude. A positive mental attitude is absolutely critical for this business. You will see when you're in Orlando, the leaders, and you will see the positive mental attitude they have. And that's how they got to the top, is by having that and helping others with possibilities. Possibility thinking all the time. So building self-esteem, learn how to feel confident that you can cope with what is happening in your life and that you have a right to be happy. I always think that one of the reasons that people maybe don't succeed and try and don't succeed is that they lack not only confidence, but they lack self-worth. And if you don't believe that you have the right to be happy and prosperous and joyous in your life, leading many people, you will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. So you want to watch what you're thinking all the time and how you're feeling all the time, because it's your thinking plus your high emotional levels that will attract what it is you really want to create in your life. And I really know about this because I've struggled with self-esteem all my life. And people think, oh, no, you don't, Julie. You don't. But I do. I have in the past, and I still do at times. So it's not like we just get it handled one time and go, oh, I got it now. No, this is an ongoing practice every single day. And there's certain things that really help you with that, like meditation, prayer time, time in nature, working out so that your body feels good and healthy and builds endorphins. There are lots of things, eating really well, lots of things that will help you to really feel good about yourself and your life and your future. Your future. You want to practice living in a beautiful future and bringing that future into the now. Building self-efficacy. This is developed by seeing ourselves mastering skills and achieving goals that matter in those skill areas. And of course, in our business, our skill set is really in communication. To put it briefly and simply, it's about communication. How are we communicating with the world, with people that we are showing NECAN to? This is the piece that we need to really master, is is our ability to communicate effectively, lovingly, engagingly, learning how to listen, just really just empowering people to explore new possibilities for their life. So these are the critical skills, and it shows up in things like mastering the entrepreneurship, club, doing Paragon Awards, building Silvers. That's how it shows up. It all comes down to communication. Think positively, we talked about that. Create positive affirmations that can help you to develop and maintain the mindset to help you win. I can't stress this enough. Doing, and this is something I learned right at the get-go when I started my own business, was to make a list of 3 things in each of the 5 pillars of health. A list of affirmative things that are very simple and grounded is what I want to say. Not things just like, I want to be happy, or I'm happy to live a free life. These are too vague, and the universe can't deliver things that are vague. We have to be very specific. So it's much more things like, I love working out 3 times a week. I delight in meditating every day for 30 minutes. I'm so excited that I'm bringing in 3 or more seniors into my business every month. I am thrilled to be a gold consultant on or before April the 30th, 2016. I am, these are the kind of things. Now you could do it in each of the 5 pillars. Three simple statements in each of the 5 pillars will add up to 15. And then what you want to do is you want to take your phone, I have my phone right here, and you want to record it onto your telephone or onto some recording and listen to it every morning, every night, and all the way through the day at times when you're driving or whatever. Listen to your own voice speaking your victory every day. Why is that important? Because we have voices from the past that perhaps were not victorious. Maybe they were teachers, maybe they were dads or moms or big brothers or big sisters, or I don't know who it was for you. I certainly know I had my fair share. And, people sort of saying you really can't do it, that you're, negative naysayers. And the thing is, we internalize those voices and they become our own voice. So maybe it was, your big sister, but now it's your voice. And that's not good. You want to sort of eliminate that, but you can't just tell it to be quiet and go away. It's not going to work that way. So you have to shift it by introducing your voice, saying, yes, I can do it. I am that person that can reach the top in this business. I excel in everything I do. That sort of a voice in your own voice needs to replace those other voices. And it's very powerful coming from your own voice. It's lovely when you hear it from others. And I know that. It's wonderful. But there's nothing like hearing it in your own voice. And this is something this is on our slide here. And I know that a lot of people will listen to that and say that makes sense, but not do it. And that's sad. And we wonder, why would people not do that? That is one of the most powerful things you can do because, right, imagination is far more powerful than knowledge. Imagination is far more powerful. That's what Einstein said, more powerful than knowledge. And here we are cultivating our imagination for a wonderful future of success on all levels. And you deserve that. I want you to know you deserve that. You deserve to be happy. And you deserve to be successful and victorious in your life. And with Nikken as your vehicle. So do those affirmations. And then the key is not just to write them down, not just to record them, but to listen to them every day. And when you record them, by the way, it's more powerful if you actually stand up and speak than if you're sitting down. So for me, logistically right now, it's easier for me to sit down with a computer in front of me. But what I love about public speaking is you're standing up and you can move your whole body. And so when you do your video, when you do your audios, when you're recording it on your phone, stand up and get into a high state of joy. And then record it. And be smiling when you record it. Not like, I'm so delighted to be a gold consultant. See, it doesn't read. And this is the same when you're with other people. It doesn't read. So, practice smiling. Practice your voice being joyful. And make sure that your affirmations to yourself are really loving and joyful and peaceful. So, a critical question or two is, it's time for serious reflection. when you look at the different virtues and attributes of leadership discussed today, which one do you need to work on right now? What will you do differently this week as a result of what you've learned today? Now, I know our call is only 30 minutes. It's half an hour. It's not 5-hour seminar. It's not. It's a 30-minute, quick little shot in the arm, hopefully, for you. A good shot in the arm. I'm not for vaccinations, so. But a good, juicy piece for you. And there's something here. Let me see. Yeah, because when we go to the last slide, I'm going to look here. There's something here, probably especially on this page, maybe, that is really important for you. And I want to encourage you to really think about this. Now, we know that the leaders in Nikken, we lead by example, right? We lead by taking the message out there to the world, by being on fire with our message, and really shouting it from the rooftops. This is what Ty Bollinger said on The Truth About Cancer. You know, one of the people on the video last night, which is number 7, you've got to watch it. It's absolutely fantastic. Somebody says in there, you know, we shout it from the rooftops. And it just made me want to cry, because that's what we do in Nikken. We shout it from the rooftops. Well, not literally, because actually we're engaging people, we're listening probably a lot more than we're speaking when we're with people. But at the same time, when it's our time to speak, we want to speak it with all the exuberance that we know. We have the answers here to stay truly healthy and thrive, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, spiritually, financially. We have the answers, and we need to let people know. We need to let people know that. So what are the areas that you need to work on? What are the areas I need to work on? I'm reading a book right now called Heed to Lead. That's one of the books I'm reading. It's a fabulous book. And the other book I'm reading, because readers are leaders, yeah? Leaders are readers, both ways. We read a lot. The other one is The Untethered Soul. What a great title that is, The Untethered Soul. And it's about really the shift between ego and spirit. And I feel in our business that we really unleash our spirit. We get to do that in our business. We don't lead with ego. We lead by spirit. We lead by our soul's calling to serve our world, to love our world. For many of us, this is really a ministry. For me, this is my healing ministry. I want to help people thrive in their lives. And as a result, I know I'll be taken well care of in Nikken, because I'm sort of part of the system. I'm built into the system, as are you. And so it's really important to look at the shadow sides of ourselves and where do we need to grow? What is it for you? Look at this slide. Start with you. Do you govern yourself well? How can you govern others if you can't govern yourself? That's a big one right there. Building self-esteem is huge. We want you all to have high self-esteem, to be self-empowered, to feel your self-worth, and get out there and make this happen for you. Building self-efficacy and thinking positively, really paying attention to your thoughts on a daily basis. This is so powerful. I want to tell you just a quick story, and I'm going to talk about it in Orlando. So I'm blessed to be the keynote speaker on our last day, and I'm going to talk about it. But I'll just say briefly that, I went to Alcatraz in San Francisco, and that's a penitentiary. It's closed now, but many people were there for many, many years, 20 years in this penitentiary, in this jail, in tiny cells. But one person was an artist, and he started painting. And in his tiny cell, he made these paintings. And it was beautiful to see that even a person tethered in a way physically like that for 20 years was actually able to use his imagination and use his talent and be the painter that he was meant to be. I found it incredibly inspiring and moving, because we all have prisons we live in. We all have mental prisons, emotional prisons we live in. Spiritual prisons that we need to break out of, and that's Nikken all the way. It's breaking out of the prisons that you were in conditionally, that you were conditioned to, and really being your true, authentic spiritual self in a physical manifestation on the planet, making a huge difference, a huge impact in our world. And that's really what we do. So that's your critical question. This is your How to Lead 30-minute booster shot this morning. I hope that you really enjoyed it. I'm going to stop our sharing now of that. And we'll just send you on your way with much love and many blessings. Go and do this thing. It is fun. It is exciting. You will have huge success. Just love others, connect with others, and love yourself. Don't forget you in the mix. All right, everybody. Be well. Lots of love. We'll talk soon, and we'll see you in Orlando. I'm so excited to see you there. Bye. Bye.
Bye.